What is up? What is up? So this is like a new cool little awesome coffee house spot that I just found, and I was feeling called to hop on here really quick and just feeling really inspired. So it's Mother's Day this weekend, and I got to experience something this past weekend, that really made me go and look at what my definition was of motherhood. And I was like just feeling so called to share this out with all the moms, because what I noticed in myself this weekend was so much guilt and so much shame I was holding around how I thought motherhood had to look based on all of my past stories of what I had taken on. And my experience this weekend of the magic of taking my daughter to a dance recital and how wonderful that is in every way. Yet there was this energy in me of feeling drained, of feeling a little bit depleted, and being there the whole day, 6 hours, and it's like embarrassing. I feel the embarrassment, but I'm like, I'm not going to judge myself. It's okay. Let me lean in and look at, why would I be embarrassed to even say that I was feeling a little depleted in my energy in being there for 6 hours when it's such a magical experience that we chose into. So how dare I feel depleted in getting to take my daughter to this magical place? What I realized was, first, was again my energy being leaked into overcompensating for knowing that I'm a single mom, and that perhaps I was overcompensating for this feeling of like disappointment that I had, and our marriage failed, and her dad isn't here, and I have to show up even more and be even more of an expression of a mom, so that she doesn't feel the pain or the loss of not having both parents there. And what it did was it actually took away from the experience of getting to have her grandparents there for me, and that support that I was blocking receiving from them in being there and being fully present, because my energy was being leaked. Then I got to lean in some more today with my fantastic friend and confidant, and we looked at even more, wow, why would I feel ashamed of, this feeling depleted and having to be at, an all-day affair with my daughter. And so what I also got to discover was, growing up, I had the most amazing supportive mom who was at every event and every single function, and she was the first one there and the last one to leave, and cheering, and the video camera and everything, and it was her soul's essence, and it still is to this day. And so I compare myself to her, and I emulate and admire her, and I also have to realize, or get to realize, that I'm not her, that I show up in my own unique expression of what motherhood is. And so I'm expanding my definition of motherhood, because when we are true to our own voice, when we stand up and claim our truth as to what feels good to me as a mom, then we imprint that on our children. And so I've done a lot of healing, and I wanted to share that out because it's such a beautiful place to be in a week before Mother's Day, and offering you the opportunity to perhaps, release some of the shame, or some of the guilt, or some of the darker energy that you might feel around being a mom, so that you can bring it into the light and heal it and show up as the fullest expression of who you are. Because it's the greatest gift that we can give to our kids, is that when we show up and we claim our truth, it gives them permission to do the same. And we can't teach them that from a place of not doing that, right? We get to go first as moms. And it was just such a beautifully healing experience. And as I'm kind of coming online with it, I'm like, wow, how does my expanded definition of mom get to look? And if I'm not the mom who is super energized being at an all-day affair with my daughter, do I get to not sneak away and grab some time to myself and have some coffee? Do I honor that and do it with pride, knowing that if I could take a half hour for myself, I'm going to show up even more invigorated and more fun and more silly and more loving, and really be present for my kid in her activities versus hiding and shaming and then being in this darker energy and then perhaps being irritable and being short with her and not wanting to, engage with other moms or whatever it is, however it's showing up. So take a look. It's super fun. What is your new definition? What is your expanded definition of motherhood? I offer that to you this week. Invite you to explore that in curiosity and wonderment and no judgment. It gets to be whatever you feel good about from your heart. And then there's no right or wrong, because who decided what a mom is supposed to be? No right or wrong. It's what's going to work for you and your children. It gets to be both, and it gets to be fun, and it gets to be easy. I'd love it. Drop a comment below. Share with me what are your discoveries? What are your expanded definitions of motherhood? I'm super, super jazzed to share this with all of you. Peace out. Happy Mother's Day, a week early. Mwah.